Welcome to Letterboxd Book Club. My name is Claire.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And today we will be discussing This Blood That Binds Us by S.L. Cokeley? Cokeley? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. And I guess Kenzie will kick us off with the blurb.
Two hearts, one bite, and secrets that could kill. Kimberly Burns, a self-sufficient 19-year-old, expects her customary...
Are you okay?
I'm going to start again. Customary.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Two hearts, one bite, and secrets that could kill. Kimberly Burns, a self-sufficient 19-year-old, expects her customary camping trip to be a calming escape from the non-stop demands of college life. But the attack from a recently turned vampire changes everything. Aaron Callum has been trying to resist the bloodlust raging through his new body, but the unfamiliar voice in his head won't let him pass up an easy meal. When he's left with a girl barely clinging to life, he must choose between loyalty to his brothers or his own morality. Aaron and Kimberly both want to return back to their normal lives, but their problems are just beginning when they both realise they go to the same university. When Kimberly is bitten a second time by an unknown attacker, they must team up to navigate the vampire world together and find the assailant. Soon, they discover that the mysterious past Aaron's brothers are hiding may hold the key to secrets that could tear apart their own past and destroy their future.
Fun. Thank you for that, Kenzie. We get there in the end. There were a lot of C words. Like, it's not quite alliteration, but like there was enough in there to jumble you over, and I applaud
it's just
you.
the way it's written, so like it's like 19-year-old. Like,
yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, there's like a gap. It's not like one word.
I completely forgot they're in like university / college.
I forgot that they weren't 19.
I suppose you can still be like, you're 19 and like immature and dumb, I guess. I don't know.
You know, I just kept thinking they were older. But...
Yeah. Oh well. Alrighty. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, and I'm going to go first so you can do whatever you need to do. Devour that sandwich. I would say, yeah, overall I liked it. I probably said this before, like, I'm easily impressed if someone's able to publish a book, you know, like putting themselves out there to be like critiqued in such a way. Like, I respect that. I love how we're just in our little vampire era right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, House of Night. No, they weren't vampires. Were they? No.
They were.
Oh, they were. Sorry, I'm dumb. Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous today. Initially, character-wise, I think I did say this to you before that I'm going to mention this on the potty. And I know there was a situation where Kim talked about with a bunch of girls, I think at a party, about like school majors and motivations and all that type of stuff. Despite wanting to be a psychologist, I've never seen such an unmotivated like character in my life. Same with like Aaron. They're just kind of, they bumble around a bit. Aaron's all about, I'm just a baby vampire, I don't know what I'm doing, leave me alone. And all of his knowledge is obviously handed down from his brothers. At this point, his brothers should have been the main characters.
Yeah.
You know, it should have been their story. With the way he talks about them and all that type of stuff and like what they know and their knowledge and history and past. I don't know how I feel about the whole, how easy it was, I guess, for Kim to become friends with Aaron despite being bit the way that she did, kind of relatively violently and scarily and isolated on a camping trip and all that, or a solo camping trip. Yeah, I just don't know. They just seemed to be glued together too easily. It was a bit of a slow start because they needed that second attack bonding moment in order to kind of come together and then solve this little crime or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, because she was fully unkempt about the whole idea of vampires and like she wanted to go to the police, and it's like very normal sort of reactions, and like I just wish that like she didn't, I guess, yeah, they didn't gel as easily. Maybe it could have been just the boyish charm. I don't know. And I did find a lot of dialogue to be childish, but again, just as we just established, they are in college and they are 19, so like you get that bit of leeway. Yeah. But it was very like uwu senpai dialogue, and yeah. But overall, I liked it and I respect that it's been published. Allegedly, this was like a TikTok book, like it's been circulating in the TikTok space, and I didn't know that. Because honestly, Kenzie is the one that like
That's
picked
how
it.
I found it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you, like, how did you come across this?
Yeah.
But the hardcover looks fucking gorgeous, though. It's, so cute. It's giving, like, a Twilight renaissance. It gives me much Twilight vibes. But, yeah. Ultimately enjoyed it, and those are my initial thoughts, feelings, emotions, and we'll talk more at length later. What about you, Kenzie?
Well, it is a book. I thought that it was going to be spicy.
I'm glad it wasn't spicy, to be honest. It was a bit of a slow burn despite being the first book.
Like, I didn't need it to be spicy, but I thought it was going to be a bit more than it was. Like, I thought it was going to be a new adult book, but I'm realising that's probably very much
It's
a young adult book.
Yeah, it's very YA despite being set in a college environment.
Yeah, and just the cover as well, and then all the hype around it. So I thought it was going to be a little bit juicier than it was. I feel like it's 3 different books in one.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's pretty packed.
Yeah, well, just the themes and stories changed a lot throughout it. Like at the start, it's trying to tell this story of the girl who was attacked, and she's trying to find out what happened. Yeah, and then it's, oh, are we dating? Are we not dating? Oh, there's this mystery guy, and then it goes into this whole other thing that we'll get into. Yeah, like
cult stuff. Yeah, cult / maybe vampire hunter stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the slow burn. But yeah, it was very goofy.
I love how you broke it down like that in those 3 ways. Like, it started as like an attack, an investigation, and then it's a bit of jealousy and like bonding and like relationship almost building.
More, about like the mysterious guy, like.
Yeah.
Who bit her and stuff, and then like she'd figure out who it was, but
it all came on within the first like couple of chapters, really. Also, it was also quite predictable in a sense, like who the initial antagonist was, because he's not been revealed to not really be a villain yet. But yeah, hands up if you knew it was William. Hey, both of us, good, well
Literally,
done.
I wrote, like, I was writing my notes as I was reading, and then it was like, William is sus. Oh, he's the vampire who attacked Kim. Like, straight away, I was like, oh, yeah.
Anyway, let's see what got me thinking.
Mine was when he was late to the party that he invited her to.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's just a red flag in general. Like,
I think it's just, I think I wrote it down, but I knew earlier that, like, William is a suspect. Yeah. I think there was, like, a gym encounter and, like, Danny was there and he was, like, the initial guy they thought, and then he's like, oh, William told me, or something like that, and it's like, oh. But I love the different take on, like, vampires as, like, a species, because it's pretty different to, like, the vampire genre that we kind of know and love, and, like, beats all the stereotypes. Maybe that's why, maybe we're so into, like, the vampire genre where it's inherently sexual in the sense with the blood drinking and all that type of stuff, and in this type of book it's not that way. Maybe
no. It's called This Blood That Binds Us.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and it's clearly his hand and her hand and a heart
right
on the cover. And then, just the way it was, like, hyped up.
You just got blue-balled.
Yeah.
Proverbially blue-balled.
Yeah.
That's fair. And so before we, like, dive into, like, the plot stuff, I just want to quickly go over some, like, of these differential vampire, like, benefits, I guess. They can't sleep, which would be frustrating. I love my sleep.
I don't know, I feel like you just get so bored.
Yeah, and well, I think Aaron does experience this where he explains to Kim he like plays video games all night or he studies. It's like you have no excuse not to be a genius at this point. They can get drunk, but they're so right pretty quickly. That seems like a pretty stock standard kind of even supernatural sort of ability. They can walk in sunlight and shit, no problem. Beating that sort of stereotype. They can climb walls. That's fun. It only got mentioned once, and in Kim's situation when Aaron bit her, like they had like a venom, like he kind of massaged like a venom pus or whatever out of her shoulder. So like, and that seems to be inconsequential. And then they have like compulsion, or it was first described as memory lapse, but now it just seems they're able to like memory lapse compel like everybody to forget their memories willy-nilly all the time. So it's like it's a little bit OP.
Well, I think it was like explained that like younger vampires
more
really like
probably,
or they can only do it for like a short amount of time,
right?
But then older vampires like
can do it a bit more intently. I'm dumb. This is why I don't this is what I get for not kind of paying attention to the nitty-gritty details. It is a relatively small book. It's like 330 pages, so it was quite succinct in a way. So what are your initial thoughts on just like Aaron and his... I kind of liked how he a lot of his... It's dual pov. We love that. Kim and Aaron. And he's going through the motions of his like kind of bloodlust and this little voice in his head. I kind of liked that he's trying to quell like the animal vampire, I guess, in him.
I hate him.
You hate him?
Oh no, he just comes off as so like goofy. Like I understand he's a young vampire, but I think, and then maybe because it's just what I'm used to, but like even if you're a young vampire, as in like he's only been a vampire for 2 months, like you think that your instinct takes, like the vampire instinct takes over.
So you think
like,
he should
have guides you? Yeah. But he's just still like this goofy 19-year-old or whatever. that kind of doesn't really have any game with the girls or anything. Like, and he's just hot, which of course he is. But I wrote down that he just came across as goofy. Like, and not in a good way. It's like an annoying way. Like the guy
like an overexcited golden retriever.
Like the guy that like wants to date you or whatever, but like, or he's like, oh, your guy best friend, but he's secretly in love with you. And
hey, I gotta tell you something.
He's like, one day I'm gonna give you a chance, but no, one day he's like, yeah, one day she'll give me a chance or whatever. But she's just like, nah, I don't think I will or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right. Yeah, just as I said just before.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, like, they are romantically interested in each other, but just, like, his persona comes across as that.
Yeah, very goofy. Overexcited golden retriever.
Yeah.
Boy. But no, I really did kind of enjoy, like, him fighting his vampire instincts. Yeah, but I felt like, as someone who's been turned for 2 months, you would have more... He has so much control already. And maybe it's just because of his morality of whole, like, he doesn't want to kill at the end of the day. Yeah. Even though it's what he's become. And he didn't ask
to... They don't kill. They just drunk guys.
It's just, you just have to... It would take more, like, nibbles from drunk guys than it takes to kill somebody. Would, like, fill you up and all that type of stuff. But again, I guess he was turned kind of against his will. He wasn't prepared to be in this life, so he's allowed to, like, wallow. Yeah. But I did enjoy those moments where, he was on the brink of losing control and, his little, animalistic vampire instincts voice. Which is different, because, like, we don't get to see a lot of... Well, in the recent vampire books we've read, we've never had that sort of inner battles. Yeah. But I like that. What do you think of Kim? Initial thoughts?
Her backstory is just so weird. Like, she's a foster child or whatever who never really had a permanent placement. So now she's kind of just like, oh, I'm alone. But then, of course, so she's like, yeah, I'm a loner. Like...
She's kind of over-embraced that.
Like, I don't have gal powers. And it's like, I hate people. She's a pick-me.
But she finds it hard because you just move on at the end of the day. Yeah. It's probably just instilled those sort of issues from the foster care system. Yeah. Which is fair enough and valid. But like...
And then, for someone who, like you were saying, wants to be a psychologist or, like, her major is psychology.
She's not really wanting to connect with people.
Yeah, she doesn't want to connect with people. She isn't really motivated.
Because I think she said she just like kind of picked it.
Yeah, she's like, I just want to go camping.
But that's the only thing she's really passionate about. But like, they don't explore any sort of extra kind of majors.
I would rather had her just say, oh, I'm just doing like a basic course or whatever, and so I don't really know what I'm going to do. She's like, I'm just figuring stuff out, instead of being like, oh no, this is my major.
Maybe psychology is that like bludge class in America. It's the bludge degree. And there are other characters, which is the Callum brothers, I guess. We got Zach, Luke, and Presley.
And it's like also with the most famous vampire family being the Cullens.
Yeah.
Like, why would you make their name Callum? Like,
and then their secret kind of the stowaway kind of name is Coleman. Yeah. So like it's very maybe this is off a Twilight fanfiction and we don't even know.
Yeah. It's like, why make it so
this
obvious?
Is a where are they now? Yeah. But initial thoughts. Actually, I have a qualm, actually. This is more of a me and a general thing. As a twin, non-identical, I hate it when these two people are just referred to as, well, Zach and Luke, if they're just referred to as the twins. The twins this, the twins that. It's just a me thing. I hate it. Anytime anyone references anything, oh, it's the twins, the twins, the twins, the twins. I hate it. They're two individual people.
Individual people.
Yeah. Anytime I saw the twins, I'm twitching, bro. I'm like, I just hate... But that's just the me thing, and in real life.
No, I get that.
Like, I don't think me and my sister were ever referred to as the twins. Maybe it's an American thing.
My mum calls you the twins.
She doesn't really know us, to be fair.
Like, how are the twins? I'm like, well, Claire.
Claire's my only friend. Yeah. No, but I do know other people who've had twins, and they talk about them as like, oh, the twins, but it's like, they're individuals. Yeah. But yeah. Interesting journeys for Zach and Luke. I think Zach is the oldest. Like, even though they're twins, but like,
I was like,
it has to be.
They're twins.
Oh, they're both the oldest, I guess. I think
Zach is technically, the oldest.
Hello?
It's my dishwasher.
Oh. Ooh, beeping fun.
There.
Oh, yeah. Looking at the oven. I'm off to a great start.
You're like, oh, the oven.
The oven's self-clean.
Oh, the dream.
Zach and Luke, as I said before, they may as well have almost been the main characters with how much Aaron talked them up and like relied on their past and history and secrets.
And I just didn't like how and again with another book that we've read, it's like, oh, it's like their secret, like I don't know all this information because it's a secret or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, just give me the reader the information. Like.
Yeah. But it was also kind of ironic because Aaron and Kim were keeping the secret that Kim knew that Aaron was a vampire and the family was a vampire. But then, yeah, Luke and Zach are keeping the secrets of, like, the family.
Yeah.
And what do you think of this, the family? Like, as a cult, it's not as scary, ominous name.
I don't know. I just made me think of, like, the mob.
It's giving me Godfather vibes.
Godfather vibes.
I've never seen The Godfather, but it's giving me... It's like,
but then it kind of goes up because it's like, oh, no, like, she's the queen, like, the leader. It's like, okay, well, wouldn't she be called, like...
have a name. If we're going with the family analogy.
She's the matriarch. Like, why do you go with the queen or whatever? Like,
yeah, look.
And then
towards the end,
it really explains like why.
Towards the end, it's really cooked.
Yeah,
they're really trying to stretch out a second book. Speaking of a second book coming out this year at some point in the fall for America.
It's in my book.
Oh, okay, yep. It's very pink. I like it.
Fall 2023.
So when's their fall?
When's their fall? Before
it would be
our
Christmas time. No, that's
just
winter.
Before our Christmas time.
Sorry, I'm trying to think. It'd be our.
It's our spring.
Our spring. That's right.
Summer, autumn, winter, spring.
Yeah.
Summer, spring,
Okay.
summer. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that's the end of the year. Shit, I would have forgotten all about this by then.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be a fun journey to re-immerse in.
Because I remember, because it's opposite for
I
America.
know our winter is their summer.
Yeah.
Oh, then in that point, I should have known.
Yeah, there you go. But I know, like, it's backwards, but it's like for daylight savings, you like spring forward an hour or you fall back.
All right, fun.
But like ours is opposite. Ours is.
Speaking of, daylight savings is almost coming to an end.
I'm so fucking keen.
It's getting so dark already.
I know. I'm so over it. I just hate waiting till 9 o'clock at night for it to be dark, or like you wake up and it's pitch black and you're like, great.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we have to deal with it for the rest of our lives. Alrighty, maybe we can talk a bit more about plot stuff, or do you want any other lingering thoughts about just the back end of the book with the family?
Do you think of Chelsea? Is that her name, Chelsea?
Chelsea. Yeah, she's just that ditzy blonde. I don't know if she's blonde, but she gives off that vibe that she's...
I don't know why she needs to be included.
It's to offer that jealousy and the whole maybe I do like him type of vibe.
I know, but like...
I know.
He didn't even like her.
I know.
Like...
He was right. She's controlling.
Yeah.
She's a bitch.
And she's rude. She's a pick-me.
Yeah, I forget what her... Because she was with Kim and the other girls when she was trying to make friends.
Yeah. And
having that whole college major discussion.
Yeah.
And I forget what she said she wanted to be. But she was very driven. She knew what she wanted. Yeah. Maybe it was law, or it could be somebody else. And like Kim kind of admired that about her.
Yeah.
Because she's never been so passionate because of the whole issues with the foster care system and bouncing around and not having anything permanent to hold on to. How do you feel about that, Kenzie?
I will not digress.
I will not elaborate.
You cannot use your circumstances as an excuse to be a shit person.
That's fair. Ooh, love that. Take that straight to the bank.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea, I don't know. Because when she rocked up in their camping trip later on...
Yeah, I thought she might have been sus to begin with.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe she's working with them.
Yeah, and I thought maybe she was like under compulsion or something.
Ooh, yeah.
To like get close to Kim and get information. Or like Aaron or something.
Yeah, but no, she's just there.
Yeah, she's just chilling.
She's just having a fun time.
Yeah.
I hope we don't see her again.
No, but we will, because now she's like friends with Kim.
Oh yeah, they're buds. They apologise. That's right.
Anyway, yeah, so we will see her. Because now her and Kim are going to be friends.
Does one conversation and apology just absolve all this jealousy and issues?
And also, Chelsea was interested in Aaron.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wouldn't really want to be friends with his girlfriend.
Yeah. But maybe what Aaron said kind of, like, struck a chord. And so she's like, maybe I'm changing.
Kim said.
Yeah. See, after one conversation, people just change. She's going to live her life now. Yeah, no, I don't care about Chelsea, to be completely honest.
I just think, I don't know why her character was in there. I just guess for a little bit of conflict, but...
Perhaps, yeah. And it's just the whole, like, oh, yeah, we're together. Like, she's making that assumption they're together. Like, as a 19-year-old, surely you'd have better communication.
And then, like, I do understand that, like, when you're with someone, I guess, or whatever, and then their girl best friend is like, nothing's going on, and then you see them, like, hugging.
Oh, right.
And you're like, that's
little
kind of
sus.
weird, because, like, been there.
I think, yeah. Maybe... Not to victim blame, in a way. No. But like, how does he not recognize that someone like likes him? And like he doesn't like enable, but he's unaware of the attention he's kind of enabling in that moment. Like, because she's like, come dance with me. He's like, okay. Yeah. Like, what's a boy to do?
Is it just like so typically boy to just be like, oh, like she's just my mate, like, or whatever, and then everyone's like, she's in love with you, like.
Yeah, maybe it's just there for the conflict. I don't know, but he didn't really help. Again, that whole boyish charm of like ditzy, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm just And
I just like, because there's so many boys like this in real life as well. Like, I'd rather someone tell me like I'm not interested in you in that way. Like, sorry, than they like continue to like be like more than friendly.
Yeah, affectionate.
Yeah, affectionate.
Fair. And considering Aaron is doing so much to kind of even protect Kim from this life, and like he's kind of accepted, obviously his life as a vampire is going to be completely different now. Like, he's not doing anything to shut Chelsea away either. Like, he's trying to have a bit of cake, eat it too, but without the vampire.
It's like, at what point is he going to bite Chelsea?
Yeah. Obviously he's not attracted to Chelsea, therefore he's not going to bite her. You only bite and feed from people that you like. Have you learnt nothing?
I thought, as well, at some point, there was going to be, when they're like, oh, you need to feed, or whatever. I thought that it was going to be like a Kim being like, oh, you can feed from me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, she was violently bitten by him, so I would be very hesitant to offer up myself as a blood bag.
But then also, like, you're violently bitten by him, and then you're sleeping in his bed.
Yeah, true.
So,
I mean, two things can be true. Alrighty. Plot stuff, I guess.
Sorry, I really like eggs at the moment.
That's okay. I'm very intrigued by all this like pregnancy cravings, or maybe it's just a you craving.
I just love eggs sometimes.
That's fair. I keep seeing on TikTok, I think health people about protein, and people are like, I've got the egg ick now. And it's like, oh.
It's like when you're eating egg and realise that you're eating egg, or
like
the egg starts to taste like egg.
One time I was cooking scrambled eggs, and as soon as I finished it, I took one bite and I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Alright, so plot kicks off. It's Aaron's point of view. He says he stalked. Yeah. Essentially, like, this girl in the woods. He's camping alone. He is in a bit of a bloodlust. He is hungry. He needs a bit of blood, a bit of the good juice.
I actually thought as well. Sorry, that it was going to be like a red herring, sort of like we're meant to believe that he bit her, but it turns out to be someone else. Like.
Oh yeah. No.
I want to show you as well.
Which makes it hard to believe he's a nice guy, because he's given into the bloodlust. And it's not who he is ultimately, but like, he did violently bite a lady.
The lady.
I mean, in this day and in this climate. What about it? The eyes. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I liked all those little illustrations on the top of the page. Yeah, in the Kindle. Yeah. Fun. And you get the really fucking annoying little italics. This makes it so hard. I was like, Kindle right up to my face trying to read it. But yeah, Aaron is stalking this girl. He is bloodlust. He bites her. It's a whole thing. She kind of, I think they have a bit of a tussle because she's fighting back, which is, we love that. But he gets her again and drains enough that she's like unconscious. And in the moment, her phone went off or something, or he realized she had a phone, and so he called 911. Yeah. But didn't obviously say anything.
Yeah, because at first when I was reading it, I didn't realize that like him calling 911, like he bit her. I thought that like she got bitten, and then he was just like a random. Yeah. And so that's when I thought that it was going to be like that red herring thing, like. Yeah, fair enough. And then 911 comes. She helps. Pretty much, ends the chapter like being concerned that he bit this girl, and he hopes that she's alive. Blah blah blah. Yep, she wakes up in hospital. Her point of view. And like, it's so funny, like everyone just gaslights her. Yeah. From the get-go. Like, no, it was a bear. She's like, a man bit me. And the doctor's like, no, it was just an animal attack. See, this is where I thought like the doctors went in on it. Like, everyone knew like vampires existed. I'm sure that like a human bite looks very different to like an animal bite. And even in like, did she say at the hospital, like, oh, a vampire bit me? She didn't say vampire. She said a man bit me. It's like, I've been attacked by him, and, like, that's a plausible thing that happens. Yeah, people will bite. Yeah. And they're like, no, sweetie, no, you're just traumatized. You're just shocked. And I just found that so funny and ridiculous. Because, obviously later on she says it to the police and all that stuff when they have their little bickering.
But her shoulder is really sore and fucked, and she doesn't know what's going on. Back to the human bite for a second. I saw a TikTok story. I don't know if it's I need to start saying I don't know if it's true or not, but allegedly. Someone told a story where I forget where they were bit. Someone bit somebody, but like it wasn't enough to like, I don't know, bleed or cause a mark. It was just like a little indentation, you know. But then it led to a huge like festering sort of infection and stuff as well. So like with a human bite, it seems like you don't necessarily have to draw blood for it to be bad, but like you have to go to...
I guess, yeah, as long as you break skin.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
That leaves you open to like their saliva getting into you and stuff like that.
But ultimately, the ultimate story was if you're ever bit by a human, you know, go to the emergency room like straight away.
Go get a tetanus.
Go get a tetanus shot, go get all these shots. Otherwise, yeah, you let it fester and yeah, it turns into bad shit. But yeah. And like just the dialogue between the medical professionals just seemed not really believable in my opinion, but oh well. And also, like, yeah, they're only there to set the tone that she's crazy.
And they're like, oh no, like it was a bear bite, and it's like, okay, but like, rape. Like,
yeah.
If she goes and she says, I've been attacked by a man, like,
yeah, that's the first kind of instinct. Yeah, but I think they're just trying to make her sound like she's crazy and delusional, which is not cool. And then she. Love that. Just the timing. So yeah, Kim. Everything's happening. Everyone's gaslighting her that there's just trauma. Like a man did not bite her, and her shoulder's fucked, is very sore. But she kind of like knows straight away that like it was a vampire attack. Yeah. And she was very into the research of figuring out if vampires are real and what sort of things. I had like the flashbacks of like Bella writing like vampires, like cold hands, like pale skin, the symptoms, and everything, and the attributes. And then but she was quick to do all this. But yeah, with all the research or quick research that she did, like she was very aware of his presence when they found out they went to the same college and all that type of stuff. And she was scared of him. How
he just approached her and was like, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, boyish charm. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, it stressed me out that she didn't stay as afraid of him. Yeah. But I suppose you can't help. Like, well, she had questions and he had answers or relatively
and also like
deflected.
Hot boy syndrome.
Hot boy syndrome, yeah.
And like, I guess if you see him, like he's at college, he's interacting with people, like...
You think there's a sense of normalcy to
so
him.
It's like, obviously he's not like dangerous, like...
Yeah. Well, we don't
dangerous
know.
in the sense that like he can kill you, but like he's not like...
He's not going to do anything in public. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, they encounter at school, and yeah, just with her research, I just feel like she should have probably done... It's like she should have done more to stay away, but like you can't help if he approaches you.
Yeah. I mean, and then like... come stay at my house. It's like, you're gonna kill me. Like,
yeah. It was very easy for her and him to bond and be friends. So they have a chat at a coffee shop because she has vampire questions and he has some vampire answers, and he explains, Luke and Zach know all this stuff and we're on the run, blah blah blah, from the family. From her. No, I don't think we ever. We only knew of her when back into the book. Yeah. But yeah.
And when Luke is like, I miss her or whatever, like.
Yeah, but we didn't know it was like her. Yeah. I thought it was like a dead girlfriend or something, which it ultimately kind of ended up being the case. And he helps her out with her shoulder because, it's like the venom or whatever, and he like massages it out.
Yeah, he like pokes the holes and then like gets it.
Yeah, gross. But it only happened that one time.
Yeah, and I was like, cute, hot.
Bonding moment.
I'm like, you gonna fuck?
I think I've seen this film before.
And I liked the ending.
And so, then they have like a bit of a squabble, and it's like Aaron's all like because he knows what he did was wrong and bad, and he deserves to like rot in jail. And they're like have this little squabble about, all right, you can go tell the police, and she does, and it's just like an awkward sort of interaction, and it's like making a false report. Like it tried to be funny. Did you find this book funny at all? Like
no, I feel like it didn't hit.
Right.
Also, I just realised when I realised William was sus.
Yeah, okay.
The first time we met him.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, and he's like, come for coffee or whatever, or like blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah,
and it's like, you've come out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, they do this whole, drop... They stumble into each other and, like, pick up books and stuff, I think. And he's like, oh, William, like, I noticed you take good notes. Give me your notes. Yeah, and I suppose that though, like, just William and Chelsea, she met at the party, but like he was the only one actively trying to be her friend, and that's sus to begin with. But I suppose, you know, everyone's awkward in their like first year of uni or college. I guess it's probably hard to make friends unless it's in a social setting. So yeah, he wants to meet. Very clear intentions early on. It was more like, I want to date you type of vibes. And so like he gets blown off, I think, because she has to talk to Aaron and all that type of stuff. And then it's come one of those things like, is he your boyfriend? Blah blah blah. That type of dynamic.
But like, did he genuinely want to get to know her, or did
she's not a whore, Kenzie?
Okay. Or did he already know that Aaron had bitten her?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I need to get close to her because she's going to have information about
I'm
the family.
still confused as to how William knows about like just Aaron and stuff to begin with.
He's
like
part of the Legion.
Yeah, I know. I know, but
Well, and what did we think of Kimberly's friend Chris?
I thought he was sus.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like a vampire
again,
hunter.
another character who like is unnecessary.
Yeah, because she tries to reach him and he doesn't really contact, or they contact once. Yeah, I thought he was going to be like either a vampire hunter of sorts, and because they
Does he want more popcorn?
I think I know what I was trying to say, because I was trying to think of like the timeline. Like, did William know about Aaron before like this whole thing intercepted? But I feel like Kim told him about being in the woods and being attacked by a man.
Oh yeah.
And I think that, and then he's trying to put two and two together.
Yeah.
I think
like William was already at the college as a plant anyway.
Yeah, probably.
And then he just like fell into it. He's like,
yeah, and then he put two and two together.
Yeah.
Because Aaron probably was acting weird and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, they probably already knew that Aaron...
See, that's where I'm thinking, like, prior to this, everything that's been established plot-wise, if he already knew.
Well, I think, like, they just knew about the brothers.
Yeah.
And
because of all the rumours, and they're all part of it. Yeah, I think everything. Oh yeah, and then it just led to Aaron, because Aaron's being seen with them. Yeah. Okay, all right. Because I was just trying to. I forgot like at what moment.
Because there was all that stuff that went down in New York.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say before, because Chris is in Brooklyn and Brooklyn's in New York, right? So like I thought that's a bit sussy-wussy. Chris is onto something. Maybe he might have a bigger role in the future. Who knows? So then we get into this like second part of the book where it was like the relationships aspect. Like there's like a dance or a formal or a party at what Alpha, Beta, Omega,
Alpha, Beta, Ziegler,
whatever. Maddie Ziegler,
pasta, rigatoni.
And I thought, are we getting werewolves? Because I'm like, that is such a sus party or like sorority.
But like
name.
They do that.
Yeah. Also, yeah, they live in a
sororities and frats are called.
They live in a
Greek road.
Yeah, they're in a frat house. Who are the other frats? Who are the other guys? They're just housemates. Yeah. Never hear from them again. And so yeah, they have this party that William invites her to because he has an inn with the boys. Yeah. Because everyone goes there, and then he just like doesn't rock up.
He's late.
Oh, he's late.
Sussy-wussy.
And this is where obviously Kim is having her conversations with, or mingling with all the other like ladies and the gents and stuff. And this is where we kind of meet like Presley and all that really for the first time. Yeah. They're all like fun-loving guys. They just have like a bit of a party. Although very early on they tease Aaron about Kim and stuff. Yeah. And I just find that overly annoying. Yeah. It's like you have other things to worry about, but you want to tease them about what they're going to do or what they're not going to do.
Yeah, and then Kim is hit on by a sleazy guy.
Yeah, we love that trope.
Yeah, so she's like, well, but it's because he was compulsed.
Yeah.
To do it. Compelled.
That's it. I was thinking compulsed is not the word we're looking for here.
I literally just wizzied.
Widowy. My only issue with this kind of like little segment is the two tropes kind of back to back, like the hit on trope and like I think Zach or Luke stands up for her, tosses him out, and the next minute she's attacked straight away. Yeah, it's like
I want to know, why did William want to kill her? Like,
I think because he didn't. I don't think he wanted to kill her. It was just a threat because they wanted to get Aaron and Presley and the boys.
But yeah, so then she's like, well, I'm going to leave because fuck this.
Yep, and then she's subsequently attacked by another vampire. Has a bit of a nibble.
So this is where the book started to get a little bit silly for me. Because she's attacked by like this mysterious vampire on campus or whatever. And then it's like, oh, let's not tell my brothers because they'll like run. And it's like, okay, but I feel like your brothers can help.
Yeah. Again, this is where the whole double secret entendre happens. Because they're keeping their past a secret and they're keeping what's happening right now a secret, funnily enough, and they all kind of interconnect in a way. See, I found it really hard and believable to get to this moment, but then afterwards I found it quite fine, although they're overly too protective over this strange girl who is your brother's friend, and who they constantly tease about being in a relationship with, or like, or who are fooling around or whatever. But so they decide to investigate. Like, she stays at his house and all that, because it's all the big macho of, we'll protect you because we have our reputation and all that type of stuff, and all these rumours about who they're involved with.
She was, like, attacked, or, like, whatever, which was, sorry. But, like, surely the brothers would be like,
trying to guess
go to the cops.
Yeah. It's funny how much, like, the police have a real involvement in this, despite it being, like, supernatural crime. Supernatural crime on crime. Yeah, didn't go to the police. I suppose because Aaron feels like he could handle it on his own, despite being, a baby vampire. And then initial suspect was that Danny guy, because Danny hit on her, but again, because he was compelled to do that as a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, William was there. He was late, he got there, they have a chat. He's like, I want to go get a drink, and then he's never seen again for the rest of the night. Yeah, that's sus. And so Kim stays at Aaron's house for a few days, or maybe like a week or something. It was like a long time.
She never goes back to her door.
Never seen again.
Yeah.
But this is where a lot of like the Aaron reveals kind of like his past, like he was turned by his brothers, like this is what vampires can do, what they can't do, blah blah blah. He kind of reveals all that he knows, and then it goes on. It goes on to continue to say, but Zach and Luke know all. Yeah. So she feels kind of relatively safe and comfortable there, although she's still a bit weary, which is pretty good. Yeah. Got very comfortable staying there. And Aaron's just like apologizing profusely, and he's feeling really bad, and it's really obvious, but it's very woe is me. I'm just a baby, leave me alone type of vibe, and I'm
just a baby.
Just a baby, exactly. And again, but to be fair, he was turned against his will, so I'd be mopey too.
And then there's a prom.
Yeah, there's like a formal. Yeah.
And then like this is where like Kim is like William is the guy. Like
I forget what actually happens, but they become sus of because they encounter Danny, the sleaze guy in the gym, and then he's like no, like William did this or whatever. So they became sus of Will. So they're using the formal as a guise to try and get a clear picture of what his intentions are. Yeah,
and so then like William and Aaron have like a confrontation.
Yeah, at the formal.
Zach is there, or Luke? One of them is there.
Luke is there.
Anyway. And then William compels Aaron.
To kind of forget.
Yeah, and Aaron's like, no, it's not him. Sorted it out.
Yeah, like, trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me. And he's like, no.
And Luke has a bit of like a panic attack as well, like, because it must have said something or do something.
Yeah, it must have brought up some memories.
Some trauma. Everyone's traumatized in this book, which is unfortunate, but it's nice to show, because Luke is, described as, like, really muscular compared to, like, a dude bro, compared to Zach and all that type of stuff. So it's nice to see that, like, he can be unsettled and, like, have that kind of three-dimensional feelings and emotions. He's not just, like a violent, well, not violent, but not just overly protective guy. He has his own issues, and he has his reasons for trying to protect his family, ultimately, at the end of the day. Secrets... do nothing, it seems.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
What is that from? The Office. Okay. You've been waiting your whole life to say that. This is your moment. Love that. So, the party was a shithole, and there ended up being a little bit of a fight because William compelled people to just punch Presley. Yeah. Oh, Presley's gay. We love that. Gay rights. Yep. And it was pretty funny, this kind of encounter, because they didn't realise that they were compelled, so it's like, why'd you punch Presley? It's because you're homophobic. And it's like, no.
Like, I don't know why.
I don't remember why. Yeah, that was funny. And then, Aaron's, for the rest of the book, for the most part, is like, it's not William, trust me. Yeah. I know the guy.
I sorted it out.
Yeah, it's all good. And they have some relationship bonding moments. Like, they go to the grocery store because Aaron hasn't been in 2 months and he's, like, overly excited. But, like, it's not that exciting. I know, but I wouldn't be that super excited to. Yeah. And then they have this whole... I was like, let me pay for it because I put it in your trolley. But, shopping cart for the Americans.
No, sorry.
Or it's like, because he's just excited. But, like, I can go months without going to the grocery store. Only because I don't do my grocery shopping, but...
Well, I go every day.
Are you as excited every time, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love grocery shopping.
Actually, I do go for clients, though, so... it's nice
when you... ChatGPT?
It's like an AI bot thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand that whole AI shit.
Like, scary.
It's scary.
That, like,
we've seen too many movies.
Yeah, that now they can hack into, like, your ATO and your Centrelink because they can mimic your voice.
God damn.
Yeah, and because when you log into Centrelink, you go like, you say that phrase when you call Centrelink. Do you know that one?
No, I haven't called Centrelink in fucking years, bro.
Okay, well, when
it doesn't affect
me neither, but like when you call Centrelink, I did it to change my name.
Okay. It took 5 minutes, but it took you 20 years.
It took me 20 years. Anyway, you have to say like, blah 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 blah.
So they can
recognize your voice. Yeah.
Okay. So
because you said like when you first make an account, you say the phrase.
Okay.
I don't want to say it because AI is going to deal with it. Anyway, and so then every time you
because Kenzie is so rich and everything, like AI, come after her, let's hack her.
And then so every time you go back in and you make a call, you have to say the phrase again so it like matches you.
Oh, okay, right. In case you were like held against your will and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Interesting. I just think it adds to this whole deep fake thing. Yeah. Because with like photo editing software and like AI bots, you can like make deep fake everything. Yeah. I know recently, because I watch streamers on Twitch who play video games sometimes, and like there was this whole thing about this streamer who alt-tabbed, which showed he was watching like a porn site, but it was a deep fake of like his colleagues and friends, his weird. Female friends, and and there was this whole thing about there needs to be like, especially in like America, like legislation about that deep fake stuff because they're using likings of someone's image like without their consent for weird sort of gains. So it's the same with like the AI, and like when you hear on TikTok like Harry Styles AI with like a duet with another song, like it's like a deep fake and it's with them against the will, and like people love it in the moment, but like ultimately it's gonna lead to bad shit. I love the Taylor Swift ones though, because she's like, I don't perform for broke ass bitches or something like that. Like it was funny, but like someone is going to use that for something more malicious. My one is like the art, malicious. Like when people make AI art for like, well, AI makes AI art for like book characters and stuff, and it's like then like people put it on like their Patreon and stuff, and it's like, but you can't profit off this because you didn't create it. Like it's public domain. There's this whole and there's this whole discourse between like collaborations between AI and don't fuck with it. I don't know. Don't fuck with AI. Yeah. And then chat. What was it? GPT. Like it was a whole thing where you could write it like an essay prompt, and like it'll write you an essay because it has access to every single fucking resource on the web. Yeah, AI. I'm sure it has very good fundamental uses and mechanics, but like at the end of the day, I don't think it's good. We have too many movies and films and shit to like. It's going to lead us nowhere good. More deep faking. Like, I can't even tell, like, sometimes, like, what's fake and real on the internet. Like, people post videos and it's like, oh, it's so fake. And I'm like, it looks so real. Like, it could be. But, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be our tangent for today. AI. Fuck that. What were we up to? Oh, the party. Homophobic.
Homophobic.
And now they're all sus of Will. Well, Kim is more sus of Will. And Aaron's just, like, ditzying about. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Chelsea is Aaron's date to the formal. This doesn't add to the fact that she thinks they're in a relationship though. No excuse. Oh, I'm scared of what you sent me.
Oh, it's funny.
And then William, they just go about their day trying to find a way to kind of convict William of this. Yeah.
Kim does. Aaron's like, Kim. It's fine. Yeah. It's not him.
I sorted it out.
Kim.
Shut up, you dumb bitch.
And then they go on like an outdoor adventure.
Yeah, and William just keeps popping up.
Yeah. But it's like, Kim, stop going into the woods. Like,
we know you love nature. Yeah. We love a nature girly. Yeah. Just stay put. Yeah. You see, he just kind of pops up everywhere and like taunts them, and he knows that Kim is onto him, and he knows that Aaron can't do anything. I don't know. Then like the boys seem to go on a bit of a carnival hunt. There's a carnival happening, and they go on a hunt because they have to feed every month. Which sounds pretty good. Yeah, like you just for one night you just gotta turn off your morals and just have a bit of a slip on some drunk men and you're good to go. But then Aaron is having a rough time because he doesn't want to kill these people, but then it is explained, well, we're not killing them. If you're not going to kill them, you're going to have to drink from a bunch of different people then. And so he's having this whole morality conflict, and he goes off at his brother's.
Just do the Edward Cullen and go after rapists.
I think they eat animals.
Yeah, but when he first turned, he used to only.
Fair enough.
He just would like men. Eat, but he'd kill, but he like only went after like really bad men.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, tell Bella this.
Okay, you can tell I have not read the books in
the movie.
I have not watched the movie in a very long time. So yeah, Aaron goes off about the whole, like, I never wanted to turn, this is what my life shouldn't have been, has that existential confrontation with his brothers, and he storms off, which is fine. And so they go on about their day, or their evening, I guess. And then maybe this is where I lost a bit of attention, but then it seems like they went on a hiking trip that turned into like a camping trip.
Yeah.
And of course, William rocks up, again, as a taunt. Oh, no, at some point he does turn up, but Kim and Aaron, you know, they still kind of getting to know each other. I feel like at this point, Kim is developing a bit of a crush.
Yeah.
And Aaron's sort of just, like, still got the boyish, I don't know what I'm doing, kind of.
Is this when they're
charm.
with everyone else?
I think not yet. There's
They have that first, don't they? And then they go on that one by themselves.
I think this is it first. I don't know. I don't know which way it goes.
No, they go first with everyone, like the water rafting and shit, I think. Because this is after Aaron's been compelled at the formal because he's being an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I don't know. At some point these things happen. Yeah. I don't know what order at this point.
Because he's like all over Chelsea and stuff. And because he's like, it's not William, calm down.
Right, okay.
They're listening to Kids Bop.
But anyway, at some point they have a dance in the forest. That's what I wrote down, forest. And then Aaron explains that they'll probably leave again. Or they're going to have to leave again when this is all over. Yeah. And then that erupts Kim's abandonment issues because she's just made a friend who she somewhat likes. And yeah, it would just be awful. It would just hurt her hard, I guess.
Love hurts.
Yeah. Look, love hurts.
Only love can hurt like this.
I have been listening. This is where TikTok has ruined me. I really like listening to the slow reverb versions, or the sped up versions. Like, I'm addicted to listening to Style sped up by Taylor Swift. Something about it. And then only love that it hurts like this, the slow reverb. Oof. Anyway, because ultimately they haven't told Zach and Luke, or Presley found out, and ultimately they didn't want to tell Luke and Zach because they'll just fuck off and run away, which is fair, but that's not what he wants to do. Then they have their actual camping trip. They're in a raft or something. They're going down the water, and William's there. It's a pretty tense scene because he's like, is William gonna do something? Is Chelsea gonna turn on us? Who knows? And they go cliff diving. William's just annoying. He's just taunting them.
And then they must go again because that's when Kim gets taken.
Or maybe it's the same day. It's probably the same day.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Also, William has a different accent as well. He has a slight Irish accent. Why? Is this Peaky Blinders? Peaky Vampire Blinders?
No, he's just wittily gritting.
Say it one more time.
Wittily gritting.
Take a shot every time she says that, this podcast. So when William is not holding the facade of a college student, he lets his demeanour slip. The camping trip still happens. I think, they go off, I don't know, they do something, and then, William stumbles into them again, and, I don't know, they must have a tussle, and then, he takes Aaron. Yeah. And leaves Kim behind. Yeah. And now we are...
both of them are taken.
Oh, sorry, both of them are taken, sorry, See, now this is where it gets cooked.
This is where we go a little bit silly.
Silly, goofy mood.
Wittily gritty.
Wittily? Sorry, Jesus Christ.
We awake.
Okay.
Aaron is nearly dead.
Yep.
He needs blood.
He's wittily bleeding.
He's wittily bleeding. And then we find out that there's these people called the Legion. So there's people called the Legion, and they're all about taking down the family. And the family is the elite vampire. The elite vampire mob cult. It is a very silly scene. Or silly segment, I should say. Because we meet a guy called Killian. That's how I say it. Yeah. And obviously William works for them. So they're trying to take out members of the family, but they don't know the boys' true involvement. Yeah. I suppose they've gathered information about how they could be involved through the rumours and all that type of stuff as well. But they didn't realise that the Queen turned them. So they're like, she must have something on you, or you must be really important to her, Yeah. Yeah, and then he explains this whole, I forget what they're actually called. There was a term, but ultimately, there are 6 queens left in the world or America, and so they're dwindling. And I think earlier on, Luke or Zach or even Aaron said that
the family, they can only turn people, I don't know, something about them that's just so powerful. But then the power dwindles each time. Because Aaron managed to turn... No, Luke managed to turn Aaron and Presley, but then Aaron wouldn't be able to have turned Kim or anything like that. Like, it was like a little trickle-down, like, effects where... But anyway, so they find out that they're actually important. And so they have this... I don't know, it's like they're playing with the food. It's like they want information, but there was a lot of whining. Like, don't touch it, don't kill me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I thought their stakes were going to be a bit higher, but...
Stakes.
Hey.
But then Luke and Zach rock up because I think they were tracking Aaron's phone. How technologically advanced are we?
Yeah.
And so there's like a choice I think Luke had to make, or even Zach, I don't know. It was like...
You can
either
let Kim go.
Kim or Aaron go, and they're like, we'll let Kim go.
Yeah.
Whatever, they can deal with this. And so they have this like little trial to find out if they're guilty of being a part of the family, and it's so silly, it's so stupid.
They have to like go into their memory.
They have to like convince them, tell their story. Yeah. They dive into the memories because that's an ability they can do. Mm-hmm. And it is revealed, like this queen turned Luke and Zach, so they must be important. Mm-hmm. But then everything they ever did was for Aaron and like Presley's protection, and like they eventually got out once they realized like how bad everything, like what they were doing.
That's why they.
And
because there was something with like Luke's ex-girlfriend or something.
Oh yeah, there was a murder of the ex-girlfriend's family, and they're trying to explain their innocence and how they actually technically didn't kill her, because one of her relatives shot Luke, and then that was probably just the revenge. The family then killed killed her family. Yeah. Sarah, somebody, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like this new character who we've never seen before killing is like, I will decide if you live or die today. It's like, I don't know you, pal. Yeah. I don't care about your nonsensical beliefs.
Yeah. And then the Legion's like, okay. Oh,
I was just going to say, like, they had help with a guy named Ezra in the family, who was their mentor, their father figure, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So he helped them escape.
Them get out, yeah. And then the Legion is like, okay, cool, well, obviously they're going to come after you. So we're going to help you.
They're going to be bait.
Yeah, we're going to use you as bait.
So now they're all buddies. So
now they all live together in the front house. They moved all the other guys out, apparently. And questions asked.
Yeah. And this is just William now is like an antagonist more so than a villain.
Yeah. And
all is forgiven.
Yeah. And then Kim and Aaron go for a hike. It's like, once again, stay out of the woods.
Yeah. This. Maybe they're just trying to, like, the woods holds a lot of trauma. Yeah. And they're just trying to make beautiful moments out of that trauma.
And she's like, what if I hypothetically love you?
Cute.
And he's like, same.
Very like Debbie Ryan me.
Yeah. I'm Radio Rebel.
Yeah. And they have their cute moment, I guess. Yeah. And then there's like an epilogue as well. Which is fun. Which is pretty much the family. There are some other character names which I forget.
Yeah, and someone's like, how did they get out, Ezra?
And Ezra's like, I don't know, bro. And then Ezra's like, send me to suss them out. And they're like, no, I'm going to send Akira, I think. Yeah. Or Akira or whatever. I'm going to send this guy to do the job. And Ezra's probably sweating his little vampire brows. Yeah. So really, like, the family, like, know where they are and they know of the Legion. So it's like... But the Legion is also made up of vampires. So it's like, just... Yeah. You're one species. Yeah. What happened to what happened to intersectional feminism? What about intersectional vampirism?
Why can't we be friends?
Exactly.
I guess it's just like a power struggle. Ultimately.
Yeah.
And it's like no one should have like too much power.
The rich mob versus the underdog. And they're there to provide the balance.
Yeah. I guess it's like the Volturi.
Sure. See, how is this not a Twilight copy paste millennial version?
Yeah, that's the book.
And that's the book.
And there's a second one coming.
Yeah,
so
there's
we'll talk about it. There's 4.
This fall.
Oh.
Our spring. Which I've learnt. I don't want there to be more than 4 books of this, please.
I'll read the second one. I'll tell you how it goes.
I'll read the second one. I want to read it. I want to see how cooked it gets. How many more Twilight kind of parallels, comparisons.
I just want, like, a little bit of like a smooch or something. Like,
a smooch.
But it was
a bit of a slow burn though.
But no,
it wasn't I didn't believe it though.
It was a slow kindle.
Slow kindle.
Yes, slow kindling.
Kindling. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but I'll read it.
Yeah.
Whether or not we record it could be another thing. I don't know. Depends how we feel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll have a baby by then.
Yeah. Little lullaby vampire book. But yeah, and that's it. Any other lingering thoughts, feelings, emotions, I guess?
No, I think we have been over it.
Oh, wait. There was something about the family. They tried to, like, summon demons and stuff. So this is really,
that's fun.
like, they had to do it into female bodies because the male demons become obsessed with, like, the queens or whoever, the ladies that summon them or whatever.
Oh.
But I forget how that has any relevance. So I think we're going to be dipping into more supernatural, lore.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's like the begin. Have you ever watched Teen Wolf?
Yes, of course I've watched Teen Wolf.
It's like how it started off as just the wolves, and then you stem into every
but
other...
also, this is, like, supernatural as well.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, it just stems into, like, you learn greater lore, and it's all within the same, like, Beacon Hills / whatever city this is. Yeah. And it's like, how do people not know any of this, you know? Yeah. So I reckon it's going to take that type of route where we're going to... Obviously, demons might have a bigger play in the next book or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but, Supernatural started just demon hunting, and then suddenly there's angels, and someone kills God.
Yeah, at some point, it's just a whole religious... It would have been funny. It went into a different route.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they were just killing, like, child-eating clowns and all that, whatever. But there was an episode of Supernatural, like, it was one of the first ones I watched. It fucking scared the shit out of me.
That's crazy.
Something about clowns eating people.
I watched the Wendigo one, like, the first one, and I was like...
Because it started off where, like, it was just... There was no real, like, plot. It was just like, all right, a monster attacked here, we'll sort that out. Monster attacked here, sort that out. And then suddenly it's like...
there's gods.
Suddenly there's continuity.
Yeah.
I digress. But ultimately, I think, yeah, it will take a deeper supernatural route in the next book or books. I don't know. How many books do you think there'll be in the series?
I hope 3.
3 is good.
Like
it's a well-rounded. It's a well-rounded number. Yeah. Love a trilogy. Alrighty, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day. Link in the bio on Instagram.
Linktree.
Find us in all the places. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. No one cares. TikTok. Which is just like highlights of past episodes. What are we doing next week? It'd be Ice Planet Barbarians. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Look at you as if... That's going to be a doozy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that? Ice Planet Barbarian!
It was so funny. Went to the bookstore.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to be...
Brave.
I'm going to
brave little girl.
Yeah. Not even. Like, I just want to be funny if, like, they know, like, what it is. So I say, can I please order Ice Planet Barbarians? And they go, Ice Planet Barbarians? Yeah, we've got a copy here.
Yeah, I walked to the other side of the store because I don't know, I felt a little bit embarrassed. Just to look at all the other books in the back, and all I heard was Ice Planet Barbarians. Yeah. And I was like, oh no. There were other, like, young, like, ladies in the store as well, I think, perusing. So
yeah, I just feel like
they know.
Yeah, Barbarians is like, ooh, you're into that.
I'm probably going to bring this up next week. Okay. Either way, because, like, you go on the website and you search, like, because they have categories of, like, book talk books or, like, top 100 fiction or whatever. Yeah. And, like, I'd see Ice Planet Barbarians, and I'm like, that is such a cool fucking concept. Yeah. Little did I know, it's just an erotica. Yeah. That's all it is.
It's very, it's
something.
It's fun.
It's fun. But I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting how it came about. Like, it's such an interesting concept. Just, like, it went into a completely different direction.
They whittled.
Alright, that's the last one for good measure. Alright, catch you next week for Ice Planet Barbarians. Bye.